How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Countdown video. We only have 50 days left until the game's release on December 7th, and today we'll be talking about two supposed leaks. As always, and I cannot stress this enough, we have no idea if these leaks are true or not, so make sure you take them both with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about them just for fun. If you'd like to read along while I talk, you can find a link to both of the original posts in the description bar down below. And now, with all that out of the way, I have one thing I need to tell you guys. So the two leaks that we're going to take a look at today both come from Reddit, and the first one seems a lot more credible than the second one. So the first one that we're going to take a look at apparently is from this guy who leaked Cloud a while back, and he says that there's a real picture image out there. I'll get into more of that later, and then the second one is just a text post from Reddit. So if you guys want to leave, go ahead and do so now, but now we're going to jump right into the video. So like I said, the first thing that we're going to take a look at actually isn't really a leak, but apparently this guy named ThatOne leaked Cloud back during the Smash 4 days, and he's come back with some other information. So credit to the Reddit post, which is titled, "Guy Who Leaked Cloud Back in Smash 4 Says There Is a Real Image Leak Out There, Potential Spoilers." Now personally, I don't really know anything about ThatOne. I wasn't that interested in leaks back when Smash 4 was out, so I didn't really take a look at anything besides like the Jamatsu leak, if any of you guys remember that, but let's take a look at what this guy has to say. So ThatOne starts by saying, "It appears that we indeed have a legit leak on our hands. I'm not aware of the particulars, like even which leak it is exactly, but I know it's caused some ruffled feathers recently. This should help us get out of the cycle of straw polls and goofy theories." He then goes on to say, "That's what I was trying to say. The short of it is that it is a leak. I'm assuming one from somewhat recently because it spurred some internal discussion. I don't know which leak it is, but I would have to assume it was image-based to catch attention. Yes, this means that I have a decent idea of which character it is, but it's ultimately total speculation on my part again because I don't know which specific leak it might be. I only think I have an idea because of where I heard it from and whatnot. What I mentioned originally is all I concretely am sure of. That's why I'm not being any more specific, because any specifics are just educated guesses. So why even bring it up, you fairly ask? Because I love it when we analyze leaks. I also find the straw polls and music / blog / box theorizing to be a little dull, so I'm trying to avoid more wheel spinning in the thread." And then he finally says, "It's not the Ken leak. If it was, I wouldn't have bothered." So now that we've gone over all the stuff that he said, let's talk about it. Now, this has caused a ton of speculation and stuff in the community, and honestly, I did take a lot of this stuff from the Reddit, so I am giving credit to everyone who posted on this, because there was a lot of information down there that I am using, so shout out to all of you and thank you for all of your help. Now, the first thing that I found interesting is, I don't remember this guy at all. Like I said, I wasn't that interested in leaks during the Smash 4 days, especially when DLC was talked about, just because I already had the game in my hands, so I wasn't too worried about what the next character that was going to be revealed would be. I mean, I guess I remember when Ryu and Roy and Lucas were leaked, but that was only because some guy found their code in the game, which was a mistake on Nintendo's part, but I really don't remember hearing anything about Bayonetta or Cloud. Now this is interesting because apparently this guy is legit. A while ago he said that Cloud was going to be in the game, and there you go, Cloud was in the game. Now this could have been a guess, but this was such a wild guess that honestly I couldn't really see him making this guess without any kind of fact or information behind him. So right away, I am going to say that this guy probably has some credibility, but at the same time I find it strange that he doesn't know which league is real. If he has seen the characters and stuff, he probably could have told us, but at the same time he said that he wanted to stir the pot and see what we, the community, could come up with. So honestly, I'm not too sure how I feel about this at this point. As we know, picture leaks have been abundant in the past couple of weeks. We've seen a ton of them. We saw the Agnes and Chorus Kids leak, we saw that Zeno picture leak, we saw a Banjo-Kazooie picture leak. There's just so many picture leaks out there that it's really hard to tell which one is the real leak. This guy says that there is one out there and Nintendo is currently talking about it, but because no one knows what it is, no one has any concrete evidence as to which one it's going to be, which I find a little strange, but at the same time, we're getting so drowned in leaks and people are getting so good at making them that I'm sure it is getting harder and harder to figure out which one is real and which one is fake. Personally, I have no idea which one of those picture leaks are real, and I would love to hear what you guys think about it in the comment section down below, because honestly, at this point, I'm at a loss. After reading through the entire Reddit comment section, I noticed that everyone believes that it is the Geno picture that you're seeing on screen right now. As of now, no one has been able to debunk this, and honestly, it looks really good. I'd be extremely happy if this was a real picture leak, and this was how Geno looked in Smash Ultimate, but as of now, we have no way of knowing. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Which picture leak do you guys believe is real, and tell me why? Also, do you guys believe that ThatOne is legit? Do you think he has real information? Or do you think he just got lucky when he guessed Cloud? Let me know in the comments. And now, let's move on to the next leak, which is honestly probably fake. So right away, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this leak is probably fake, but it is a lot of really cool characters on it, and I wanted to start some discussion, so let's just go ahead and start it. So the post that we're gonna take a look at comes from Reddit, and it is titled Remaining Information. It starts by saying, I'm not going to state who my sources are, or how they got the information for the sake of their jobs. Anyways, with that out of the way, the remaining newcomers are Skull Kid, Alolan Pokemon Trainer with Rowlet, Brionne, and Incineroar, and Bandana Waddle Dee. The remaining Echo Fighters are Ken as an Echo Fighter for Ryu, Protoman as an Echo Fighter for Mega Man, Ravio as an Echo Fighter for Young Link, and Slippy as an Echo Fighter for Fox. He's a gag character. All I know about the secret mode is it is indeed called Worlds Collide, and it will be a streamlined way for unlocking characters. Some notable alternate costumes I know are in the game are a Link to the Past style modeled for Young Link, a Miss Pac-Man skin, and N64 variants for the original 12. And finally, DLC. A Square Enix rep. Could be anyone except for Sora because Disney did not want him in the game. Isaac from Golden Sun. 2 Microsoft reps. I know for a fact that the first one is Banjo, but the second character is either Conker or Master Chief. A Bethesda rep, I'm almost certain it's the Doom guy. Captain N, Andy from Advanced Wars, and Bill from Contra. The only thing my sources would tell me about the final release DLC character is that an assist trophy gets promoted. So now that we've gone over the entire post, let's talk about it a little bit. So the reason I wanted to talk about this leak is just because a lot of the characters sound super interesting. We're not going to go over all of the characters for time's sake, but we are going to go over a couple of the interesting ones. So the first interesting one is the Alolan Pokemon Trainer that has Rowlet, Brionne, and Incineroar. Now, it's no secret that Incineroar has been leaked by Vergaben to make it into the game, but no one knows if he's going to be his own standalone character. We know that the Pokemon swapping works because we already have Pokemon Trainer, and honestly, this idea sounds extremely cool. Having the Alolan version of the Pokemon Trainer sounds extremely awesome, especially because it would be in a different order. I know the Fire Starter is still the main evolution, and that's fine or whatever, but we'd still be getting Brionne and Rowlet. Personally, I really think that Rowlet would be awesome in the game. I'm just not too sure about Brionne. Brionne is like this little cute seal Pokemon, and I just couldn't see her getting beat up. But since we have Isabelle in the game, I guess anything's possible. Then we have Ravio as an Echo Fighter for Young Link, and he sounds extremely cool. So for those of you guys who don't know, in the Link to the Past remake, A Link Between Worlds, Ravio was the guy with the bunny hat on who sold Link items in the game. Now, he definitely would work as a Young Link Echo because he does have all of the same items as Young Link, and honestly, I think it would be extremely funny to see him make it into the game, as well as give us another character from Zelda that isn't part of the Triforce line. Then finally, we have Slippy from the base roster, and honestly, he sounds extremely awesome as well. I always thought that they were going to put the other 2 Star Fox characters in, those being Slippy and Peppy, but I guess that a lot of people just didn't really want it to happen. We know that Fox and Falco are like the 2 main Star Fox characters since they've been in all the Smash games and stuff, but seeing Slippy make it in would be awesome because I know a lot of people really like Slippy, and it would be extremely fun to just beat him up in the game. And then we move on to what really gives this leak away as fake. So apparently we are going to get some alternate costumes, those being a Link to the Past styled model for Young Link, a Miss Pac-Man skin, and both of those sound fine on their own. It would be easy enough to make it for them. But then we get N64 variants for the original 12. We've already seen costumes for Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, etc. So honestly, I could not see them adding even more costumes in, but it does sound like a super cool idea, and if it does make it into the game, I think a lot of people would be really happy, especially those who grew up playing the N64 version like myself. Then we move on to the DLC characters, and the first one on this list is a Square Enix rep. Apparently it's going to be anyone but Sora because Disney doesn't want him in the game, and I can believe that just because Disney is extremely protective of their properties, but I think it would be a good idea to put him in the game. He just seems like he fits. Then we have 2 Microsoft reps, and the first one is Banjo. And of course, Banjo has a very good chance of making it in. He did extremely well on the Smash ballot, so I could definitely see him making it. And then also the second one is either Conquer or Master Chief. Personally, I think that if they did add another character, it would be Master Chief. But at the same time, I'm not really sure if Sakurai would want to add him, so I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Then we have a Bethesda rep, and it's almost certain it's the Doom guy, which makes sense. I don't really know anything about Doom or anything like that, so I'm not going to talk too much about him. But I know there has been a lot of speculation surrounding the game Doom and making it into Smash Ultimate. And since we are getting all these third-party characters, I guess it makes sense. And then we have Captain N. He's the last character I'm going to talk about, just because I don't know much about Andy from Advance Wars or Bill from Contra. But I think it's extremely interesting that they put Captain N on this list. So for those of you guys who don't know, Captain N was a part of this animated TV series where it was like Simon Belmont, Mega Man, and Pit from Kid Icarus, and Captain N like went into the TV and he hung out with all of these guys, and they like went around fighting monsters. I don't really remember. I watched this show a long time ago, so I really don't remember that much about it. But I know that Captain N was like real at one point, and then he was in the animated world. And I just think it'd be really funny if Captain N ended up making it into the game. Wow, I stuttered right there, but I think it'd be extremely interesting if he made it in, just because Captain N is really awesome. And also, since we already have Pit, Mega Man, and Simon Belmont, Captain N is the last one we need. So, I don't know, Sakurai, you gonna put him in? So, overall, do I believe that this leak is real? Definitely not. There's no way we're getting Captain N in the game, as much as so many people want him to make it in. And honestly, it looks like we're getting too many newcomers, personally, for me to believe it. Considering that each one of the Pokemon counts as a single character, it just seems like too many characters, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section, but this one is definitely fake. So, thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you let me know what you guys thought about both of these leaks in the comment section down below. And make sure you also subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.